And here is my camp. I'm on 2202, but 2203 is prime real estate because there's nobody next to you and you have the whole corner. I showed you this park before, but I just wanted to let you know weather's supposed to be really nice, at least for 4 days or so. So originally I did not put my mat down, and I went ahead and put my screen house on a slant so that the water would run out, because it really doesn't matter. But I may go ahead and put my mat down in front of the door. I may do that. I'll think about it. And put the picnic table, or just put the picnic table over there. Got the pool up already because couldn't get near the pool. Too many people in there. And I'm keeping my social distance. I'll go in my own pool. She hears the phone go on. She hears the little beep and then turns around to look because she knows I'm taking pictures of her. Am I taking pictures of you? You're just so cute with this new haircut. I'm glad I cut it shorter. Good morning, Rebel Watchers and YouTubers. Time to cook. Yeah, what are you doing, hiding from the rain?
Yep, Mom. I don't like the rain. I don't like the wind. I'm gonna hide here and hide my face where no one can see me.
Okay, Danny. Whatever makes you feel comfortable and secure. This is your bunk. So here's my new clam. It's bigger and is just a little bit more, costs a little bit more than the other one. The other one I've had for a couple years, and I just came to realize it's just a little too small. So I didn't want to go with the huge one that was like mega bucks, so I went with the 5-sided. Right now it's raining, so I got things moved over to the side so they don't get all wet, but it's much bigger in there now with 5 sides. The panels that I have from my old one, I still have the other one. The panels that I have from the smaller clam don't fit this one exactly, but I'm making do with it. I was able to put them on and help keep it a little bit. But see, what's nice about the new one is once they Velcro in so that they're covered by this panel, and it really, by this little thing, and it keeps the rain out. But I don't have, the Velcro on this one doesn't match up to that one. So what I'll do is I'll just move that Velcro over, get more Velcro, and hook it up so that they match. So I actually put a clothespin on it, but that's not working. The side Velcros match, but not the top. So this one, I did have some Velcro, and I did have it matched up a minute before, but it's not working now. Not working out. So as soon as I get some Velcro that I can, a better adhesive to put this on here, I'll be able to put this down here and secure it a little bit better. But this will work for now to keep the rain out. I did order 2 more panels that fit this correctly that actually have a little window on them, and I'll show you a picture of them. But I only ordered 2 because they're a little pricey. Whoops. For this 5-sided. And it's okay that the other panels are green. For the wind, they work great. For the rain, they'll do. Bees are all over the place because of the rain. Woo. And I got the pool up. Hopefully that water would warm up. I'm not that far from the lake. Just a little walk to the lake. But it's kind of a crappy day today. And it wasn't supposed to rain. Oh yeah, coffee. Good morning, RV Rebel watchers and YouTubers. This is my Dash waffle maker. And I like it because it makes 4 chaffles at a time. And this is my Wonderpur mixer. Now, Russy Poo, if you've ever watched Russ's videos, he's the one who told me about this mixer. It's battery operated, and you can charge it with in your USB port with a USB plug. I love it. So you don't have to worry about having electric plug-in. Where the waffle iron, you do have to plug it in. So this is Keto, Campin, Cloud Bread Cookin. I know, a lot of C's. Or K's, however you want to look at it. So we're going to start out with this recipe, which is a chaffle recipe, but it's going to be a cloud bread chaffle. Kinda. I'm going to make cloud bread, but then I'm going to put it in the waffle maker. So here we go. We're going to separate the egg whites from the yolks on 2 eggs. Okay. We're going to put the egg whites to the side, and we're going to mix the yolks with 2 tablespoons of cream cheese. Oops, it's a little messy separating those eggs. But it doesn't take that long to do that. Okay, so here we go. So now we've got that separated. We're going to put our egg whites aside. And then we're going to mix our cream cheese and our egg yolks. We're going to do our egg whites last. But I did measure out already 2 1/3, so 2/3 cups of grated cheese. Now I chose the Mexican or the taco blend, and I'm going to use now 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder. I'm going to put the baking powder into the cheese and the egg mixture. And then I'm going to use my little battery operated mixer, and I'm going to mix the egg and cheese mixture up. So that's why you want that cream cheese to be softened to room temperature. I put my hand over it so it doesn't splash all over the place, because I'm using a small little container to mix it in. It doesn't take that long to mix it up. You want to get all the lumps out of there from the cream cheese. I didn't want you to have to hear all that mixing sound from that blend, that little mixer. You can make this 2 different ways. I mean, you can actually cook it 2 different ways. You can cook this recipe and make what everybody calls oopsie bread or cloud bread in an oven at 300 degrees for 10 to 12 minutes. Or you can put it in your waffle iron. And then it's kind of really crispy, and you could make a sandwich with it. You could put some, meat or cheese or grilled cheese and put it in between the Chaffles, and oh, that sounds yum yum. Or even make a patty melt. So as you can see, I am now mixing the egg whites. And you want to beat those egg whites until they're really stiff and you have nice peaks. It takes a little while to get that done. But this whole recipe that I'm making is only going to have like 2 carbs. And that's because the cheese that I chose, the taco blend of cheese, is 1 carb for each 1/3 of a cup. So it's like 2 carbs. But if you divide it up, once you put this whole recipe together and look at the servings, it's still only 2 carbs. Even if you ate all the bread, which I might end up doing if it's really good. But there's more. Wait till you see what else I do. Now look at those egg whites. They are getting so thick, and boy, it's kind of like, it is like clouds. I remember my aunt making lemon meringue pie and doing this with the egg whites for the frosting on the lemon meringue pie. But look at that. Look at how it's all whipped up. It was, I mean, hardly anything in there in that bowl, but now that the egg whites are all whipped up, there's a lot of egg whites there. Wow, look how thick. Turn the bowl upside down, they don't even fall out. That's nice and thick and so light. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we are going to fold the mixed egg yolk and cream cheese with the baking powder into the egg whites. We're going to put all of the mixture in there and fold it into the egg whites very gently, because we want it to be airy and whipped. We don't want to mix it. Very lightweight. Looks very fluffy. What I'm going to do next is go with the cheese. I'm not going to put both or all of the cheese in there. I'm going to take half of the cheese. So 1/3 cup of the cheese mixture, I'm also going to fold into the egg whites. In the meantime, I'm going to also turn on or plug in my Dash waffle maker. Get that heated up, because it will only take me a few minutes to fold this cheese into the egg whites. I want to make sure that it's folded in there pretty thorough for when I stick it on the waffle maker grill. The rest of the cheese I'll end up using to sprinkle on the top of the egg whites once I put them into the waffle maker. Okay, here we go. So we're going to spray the waffle maker with a little Pam, or it's not Pam, it's Carlini spray. It's the same as like a Pam. And again, there's no carbohydrates. Like I said, nothing here has carbs except that taco cheese mixture has a little bit of carbs in it. 2 carbs, not a big deal. Spray the bottom, spray the top. And then I'm going to get my cloud bread, oopsie bread mixture. And I'm going to put a little bit on each square. Even it out. Actually, this recipe will make 8 squares, so I'll use the waffle maker twice. That's a lot. 2 eggs makes a lot, so 1 egg would make just 4 squares. It beats sitting at the little Chaffle maker and doing one at a time, because that could take forever, especially if you're hungry and you're going to eat more than one. Sprinkle it with the cheese. Now, while I'm doing all this, the waffle maker's hot, so the bottom of these things are cooking already. And I can already smell it. It's already smelling really good. Okie doke. Here we go. Let's close that lid and set the timer. While I'm making these, which are going to be in there for about 5 minutes, I'm going to start getting out my ingredients to make a little frosting garnish. Ooh, wow, look at these. They're so crispy looking. They look so good. They are going to be yummy. Also, I want to show you these plates. These are paper plates, and they're like a deep bowl, but they're made by Dixie, and they're perfect for having a salad or for having pasta because they're like a bowl. Love it. Okay, we're going to take them off the waffle iron. We're going to stick them in our Dixie Ultra bowl. And then we're going to go ahead and put more batter on the grill and make the second batch. This time I'm just going to put it in the middle instead of dividing it up into all 4 squares. And we'll see how that turns out. But in the meantime, let's make our icing. We're going to use mascarpone cheese. That's the same cheese that we use for tiramisu. And I use 3 tablespoons of the mascarpone cheese. And then I'm going to also use some erythritol, I probably don't pronounce that right, monk fruit sweetener, which are 0 carbs. That's right, 0 carbs. Net carbs. And I used a tablespoon of that. So let's mix that up. We're going to also put a little, I'm going to also, not we, because I'm doing this without you guys, but you're watching. I'm also going to put some whipping cream in there so it's creamy. And I didn't measure the whipping cream. I just put a little bit in and added a little bit more and more, because it's, if you don't put the whipping cream in there, you know, some type of liquid dairy, it's just too thick. So I'm going to add a little bit more so it's creamier, and I'm going to blend that with my battery operated blender. And I cover it so it doesn't, in case it spits all over the place. Danny will be waiting to lick up whatever she can lick up off the floor. Once that's all whipped up, I can set that off to the side until I'm ready to put the icing on the Chaffle or gooey buns. What are we going to call these? We're going to call these Keto cloud bread Chaffles, I guess. Yeah, how about that? Keto cloud bread Chaffles. That's what we'll call them. The other waffle is all just about done. I'm going to take a taste on this one. Make sure it tastes good. Oh, yum, yum. It tastes really good. And it's sweet enough. But I'm going to still add a little bit more cream because I want it to be a little creamier. And whip that. Because it's still kind of really, really thick. I mean, we're not frosting a cake. We just want a topping for our waffles, since we're not going to add syrup. But you can also add butter. Just add butter if you choose. But this tastes so good already. It's just going to be awesome. Okay, here we go. We're going to go ahead and spread the icing on the cloud bread chaffle. And I had added the other waffle to the bowl. So these chaffles are still nice and warm, which will also soften up this spread. And then we're going to do the taste test. Stand by for it. Hey, I was wondering where, Danny, I was wondering where you were at. I was wondering, you want a treat? Come on, brother. Come on. Were you hiding from me? Were you hiding?
Well, Mom, I really wasn't feeling good today. And, you know, I almost threw up, and I just thought I would go lay down someplace for a little while till I feel better.
Well, do you feel better enough for a treat? Hold on, I'll get you a treat. Hang on. Sit. Give me 5. Give me 5. Thank you. Okay. Here you go. All right. You're going to hide it? You're not going to eat it right now? Oh, you must not be feeling very good. You're not going to eat your treat now. You save it for later? That's okay. You could save it for later.
Yeah, I think I just might save it for a little bit. Oh, I'm tired. Yeah. Thank you. Thanks, Mom.
Okay, well, you feel better. Okay, so I'm going to taste it now. Okay, after I put this spread on there. This is going to be like 0 carbs because the erythritol monk fruit sweetener is 8 carbs for, I forget how much. But anyway, if you take the 8 carbs and you subtract any fiber or any alcohol sugars from that 8, the remainder tells you what your actual net carbs are for using when you're making keto, anything keto. So for this particular recipe, it would show that there's 8 sugar alcohols, grams. So if you take that 8 away from the 8 carbs, it comes out to 0. This recipe is like a half a carb because the cheese that I used had 1 gram of carbs in it. I don't know why. Probably because part of it was processed. It was a taco blend. And more than, you know, not just cheddar, it was a taco bread. But if you use a cheese that doesn't have any carbs, it would be a 0 carb treat. And it has eggs in it, so it's healthy for you. Yep, it is. Here we go. Let's see what it tastes like right now. Oh my God. This is so good. So good. Putting this cream cheese spread on it makes it like yum-alicious. I think that's the Dan Van's word. Yum-alicious. Gooey Chaffles. It's not really gooey, but if the cream cheese topping melts a little bit because you put it on when it's hot, it'll be a little gooey. You know what? 2 eggs, that recipe I just used, made 8 squares. So this is my brunch. I really like this cream cheese with cream, I shouldn't say cream, with whipping cream and the monk fruit sweetener. It's a great spread to put on anything. Anything that you make. I could eat all of these because, after all, there's 0 carbs. 0. Yeah. Keto, yum, yum. Bon appetit. Keto Campin. Keto Campin Cookin. Mwah.
And if I'm falling down, I will keep on searching for my highs. You can say I lost my mind, I will keep on holding my head high. Even if the sky is falling down,